Good morning, y'all. I should have reversed in this parking lot. I've never been to this QT. So we had a new QT, but this QT is big. And when I tell you, like, the Espanyols are out here, the little working men's and everything. I think one of them was trying to check for me, and I wanted to tell him, you going to ask me for my number? Or what? Ooh, Melissa, girl, you be cutting up real bad. But I did, hey, Yolanda, I did buy me some groceries. I didn't stay. I didn't stay at home last night. So now I don't have lunch. I didn't have coffee. Nothing. Nothing. Oh, so I had to get on the byway this morning. So let's see. Well, the busy highway. Nola, good morning. Yolanda, thank you, Yolanda. Love you. Good morning. And what all these police doing out here, though? I don't know. Maybe it's a school over here somewhere close by. That's what I'm thinking. I really didn't know what kind of sauce I wanted for this brisket taco. No, I had thought about you yesterday. So, oh shit. I got to make a mess. Come on, the bag. So, damn. Tasha's roommate, well, her best friend. I met her best friend's girlfriend, fiance, for the first time last night. Um, and she's from New Orleans, so she drove in from New Orleans to Atlanta, and she was telling us, she was saying that she stopped at a Popeyes in Montgomery. So she was telling how bad the service was, but she said she was gonna get past the service. She wanted to make sure she had some good chicken, as long as this chicken was good. It's Popeyes. And she was like, I'm so Louisiana. So if I go somewhere, I gotta eat Popeyes. I gotta eat something that's close to my hometown. So I was like, well, was the chicken good? Because when she was talking about the people with the attitudes, she said, girl, the chicken was only hot. It was so funny because she was like, so we was talking about, she said, it's just the fact that in New Orleans, we always having a celebration for something. So I'm just not used to people acting like how the people be acting in Alabama. I was like, girl, and I thought about it. She said, cause it's a festival for this. I said, well, are y'all still in the Strawberry Festival? She was like, no, that's gone. It's the Jazz Festival. They was like, that is funny because New Orleans do be having a celebration for everything under the sun. Hold on. I need to work out. What's up, Joseph? They out here strong. Here, let me fix it for you. Oh, thank you, Nola. I looking extra cute. I got some new eyeliner. Yeah. Um, I asked probably about 2 months ago what eyeliner does she use? Because the eyeliner that I use, I can't put it on the bottom because it's liquid. My black eyeliner. And I don't know if you can put liquid down there, but I don't be trying to put liquid down there because my eye is always wet. So it's been on my cart on Amazon for a long time, and I finally was able to buy it. Shelly, what's up? Thank you. Thank you. And you know what, y'all? So y'all know with like these little freezes and stuff. Um, I don't. I don't go through and clean up my braids. I don't cut my hair for my braids to look good. Cause I'm gonna tell y'all something. This gray hair, this gray hair, you have muscles. It's gonna pop out. It's gonna show up and show out. It's gonna come out the braid no matter what anyway. So you'll be cutting your hair off every day. I don't know what the deal is, but that's just how. Even though I got some on my face. Is it in my eyelash? I should have put on some mascara today. That man keep looking at me like you know me. I'm like, yeah, it's me, MeLissaB. Oh, y'all. So yesterday, I have a Cinco de Mayo video for y'all too. But y'all know how I am about. So, all right. So I'm gonna tell y'all something that somebody had told me. And Shelly said, yes, gray hair is stubborn. So I was told if you had voted for a certain person that you shouldn't be celebrating Cinco de Mayo. I'm just telling y'all what somebody had told me. But made a lot of sense. I'm like, well, you damn sure shouldn't. It says, where is Cinco de Mayo and why do people celebrate it? Cinco de Mayo is a popular holiday in the U.S., but many people don't know what exactly it celebrates. Okay? Cinco de Mayo is much more than an excuse to indulge in some creamy homemade guacamole and mouth-watering dulce de leche cookies. When you dive into the history of this holiday, there's actually a quite fascinating story waiting to be told. You're in the right place to learn about this Mexican celebration. But if you want to really impress your family, you'll want to have this little-known Cinco de Mayo trivia in your back. Blah, blah, blah. A common misconception is Cinco de Mayo is the celebration of Mexico's independence, similar to the 4th of July in the U.S. But that's not true. And that's not the only all too common misunderstanding about the holiday. Why not brush up on the rich history? Da, da, da. First, when is Mexico's Independence Day? We not worried about that. It's September 16th. So what is Cinco de Mayo? The date that Cinco de Mayo, which is Spanish for May 5th, commemorates wouldn't happen for several decades after the Mexican War of Independence. The day actually celebrates a single battle, the Mexican Army's 1862 victory over France at the Battle of Puebla. The colonizing French were led by Napoleon III. While the United States was preoccupied with the Civil War, the emperor thought it was a good time to establish a French outpost in the Americas as a replacement for the French controlled land lost during the Louisiana Purchase. Excuse me. The Mexican army was considered an underdog before defeating French forces. Though the success of the Mexican army would be relatively short-lived, the French did end up controlling the country for about 5 years. The battle's victory came to represent a symbolic victory for the Mexican government. Today is also widely accepted as a moment to celebrate Mexican culture and heritage. Is Cinco de Mayo celebrated in Mexico? Cinco de Mayo is actually a much bigger deal in the U.S. than in Mexico. Oops! Oops, did y'all know that? Oops, okay. Well, most people don't celebrate the holiday. In the 1960s and 1970s, the day began closely tied with the Chicano rights movement. Thanks to Mexican-American activists in California, the holiday went mainstream in the United States after 1980s and campaigns by beer importers like Modelo and Corona. What? Baby, I didn't even know Modelo was out that long ago. What? Oh, that's a big deal in America. I mean, in the United States, it's still celebrated in parts of Mexico. Um, it says, with that in mind, here are a few do's and don'ts for celebrating Cinco de Mayo in America. So y'all listen now. Thumbs up the video. This was good. Hold on. Y'all need to thumbs up the video. I've been seeing me running my mouth for a real long time. Oh. All right. So, I got one thumb. All right. Thank you. Appreciate it. Don't wear a fake mustache, sombrero, or serape. Okay? Do enjoy tons of authentic Mexican food. Okay? Don't call it Cinco de Drinko or Cinco de Bruncho. Okay? Do visit a Mexican cultural institute to learn more about Mexico's rich history. All right, we learned something today. Oh. Whew. I need to get my butt on up out of here. I'm trying to think, what street am I on? I gotta get that that's out my mouth. Hold on. I want to see what this button right here do. Can y'all still hear me? Oh, I know what that is now. Y'all know what? Remember I was saying the other day I wasn't sure. Oh, I see it's a new button over here. I didn't know I could turn my camera off. So Doofus, y'all let Doofus know that you can do a video without just, you can do a video on YouTube through your phone and turn, yeah, just push the button. But yesterday I didn't want to do it because I was like, it might end my video. And so, just y'all go ahead and y'all tell Nutso over there that she, instead of her showing her table with all her paraphernalia on it, well, instead of her table with all her paraphernalia on it, all she need to do is hit this little button on the right side of the screen that looks like a little camera. If you click on that, it'll do this. Notice they start giving that piece of information. So you do that. It's right up under the mute button. Yes, which she don't know what a mute button is. Oh my goodness, y'all! Yesterday, y'all, I know this Cinco de Mayo, but hey, come on, I'm getting ready to get up off of here. You know what? She's so disrespectful when she be recording people's house. Somebody sent me a clip last night of Queen D talking about her first STD. And she had on her scrubs so y'all can see she been to work. I was like, shut up, girl. Girl, turn that thing, hit that mute button. I think she be trying to act like she hitting that mute button. But people be having private conversations sometimes. That's why, like, you know, when y'all asked me, y'all was like, am I going to see... Somebody asked me about the family in North Carolina and like, well, y'all going to see me with them. And it's like, a lot of times when I am doing, like, family stuff, I'm typically not live and all of that because, you know, like, I'm doing family stuff. Everything ain't for the YouTube streets. No. Hey, Princess Aura. Hey, girl. I got to call you today. And see what you're doing this weekend. Don't y'all forget, it's Mother's Day this weekend. Just in case y'all didn't know, it's Mother's Day this weekend. Yeah. No time I start giving that beast information, but I'm helping somebody though. That's funny. Oh well, y'all, I gotta get my behind to work. I got a lot of stuff to do today. I have to do my self-evaluation today also. I wonder how honest I'm gonna be. I don't like that they make us do self-evaluations. Like, you done already evaluated me. You know what I'm saying? So what they do is it's evaluation time for merits. Let me tell you, I ain't never had a merit increase ever. And I don't think it's not because of my performance. They just don't be giving out money like that. Only time I've gotten like increases was promotions and colas. So cost of living. So anyway, what was I saying? Oh yeah. So what they make you do is you have to go in, you do your own self-evaluation, and then you have to submit it to your direct report. And then they send you your evaluation. They already have it done. Like, come on, miss me. Miss me. Like, you gonna evaluate, you gonna give me the same thing. But you know, okay, Nola. Yeah, you gonna give me, you're not gonna evaluate me. I don't know. They be like, well, let me see how she feel about herself before. Let's see if it's finna be some smoke before we give her evaluation. Notice I hate those. Just pump yourself up enough until you have to upload proof. Yeah, because you know what? I really, on the scale of 1 to 5, I'm finna be like completely honest with y'all. On a scale of 1 to 5, if I had to rate myself on performance, I would have to say a 4. I'm talking about like barely making a 4. I am behind on a lot of things because of like this one project that they gave me, right? And it has thrown me off of everything. I'm for real. It really has. And it's like, I want to take out, this is the thing. So I am torn between, do I take all the blame for that? Because it's something that they know was a problem. It was one of these projects where it totally depended on other people to get me information. And said persons haven't been getting it to me timely. And we have to have a meeting every freaking Tuesday about it. And guess what? The people that never turn their stuff in to me on time for the meeting that we have to have every Tuesday, they don't be coming to the meeting either. I feel like that's blatant disrespect. So how can you hold me accountable when the whole point of having these meetings was to always make sure we all stay abreast? And then she don't have the decency to show up to the meetings. And then guess what? The last time she did show up to the meeting, she kept coming in and out the meeting. We was on Teams. We was having a virtual meeting. And we have it Teams because one of the people, she's fully remote. And that lady's always there, you know? But the main two that need to be there, they don't be there. And I feel like, okay. And I've said my boss, she's in these meetings sometimes because it's like, you know, we conduct these meetings. And I've said something. Like, I was like, well, do you see that she don't halfway come? And then when she do show up, she not even attending. And then let me tell you what she does. The last time we had a meeting and she was in there and she'll like get up and walk off. Because, you know, she be on camera. She'll get up and walk off or somebody will come to her office and she'll start talking to them. All of this. So now she got to hit the mute. You need to give me the same courtesy when I have a meeting that you give the big time people, right? And I said something to my boss about it. And it's like, I mean, you know, my boss trying to like coat the shit. And I'm like, no, like, that's disrespect. But see, like, my boss feels like Well, you know, because I'm rough around the edges. But I don't be giving them people no problems. I really don't. Not like I be wanting to. I really don't. I stay in my lane. I don't bother nobody no more. I don't. I just want people to do their work. I don't. I let them cut the food, and that's that. And, but this, lady just be getting on my damn nerves. But I think that's very, very disrespectful. Hey, cooking when you need. Thank you. But yeah, y'all, let me get my butt up off of here. Oh, y'all have a great day and all that. So I hope you guys rewind it back if y'all want to know what Cinco de Mayo really mean. I told y'all some do's and don'ts, and to let you know that the Americans celebrate it stronger than the Mexicans. So they don't be celebrating it like that over there in Mexico. So don't y'all be out here losing y'all jobs because Cinco de Mayo is on a Monday and y'all finna be turned up trying to eat guacamole, drink Coronas and Modelo's, okay? So y'all gotta remember, act like somebody today. Y'all have a good one.